Wheels America is sponsored by Grundy Insurance. Today on Wheels America, we test your knowledge on the best-selling cars of all time. We check out the beast in Infiniti FX50N that's juiced. We spotlight yesterday and today with a 66 Dodge Dart and a 2007 Shelby GT500. And we'll take a look at more of the greatest cars ever made on Wheels America.
I'm here chatting with Sarah, and she has a passion for Mustangs. Sarah, what are we standing with here today?
2018 Ford Mustang GT. It's a 5.0 Coyote engine with a Roush Power Pack 2.
How many horsepower does that put out?
500, baby.
And you told me earlier that you owned another Mustang prior to this one. What was that one?
A 2000 Ford Mustang GT.
So Mustang runs deep in your blood. What is it that you like so much about the Mustang?
I think they're very sexy, and I love that they go fast.
This car looks great. Have you made any changes to it?
Yes, we changed the spoiler from an 18 to a 19 because we liked it looks faster with the 19. And then we added a stabilizer for the engine.
I noticed you have a really unique paint scheme here. How did you end up landing on that?
Well, we have an airplane as well, and this is the same colors as our airplane. And they're both really fast, and they're both really sexy, so there you go.
So you really like to go fast?
We sure do.
We're here with Kyle. Kyle's got a CTS V2. Now, Kyle, you were telling me this car is not exactly stock, but you're also not exactly finished doing everything you want to do to it, right?
Yeah. So right now the car it's got just an air ride intake on it, along with just an X pipe and a Corsa Extreme exhaust. There's really not too much more. The car's got a lot of plans though. I'm gonna do a 2.4 grip tech pulley setup, full E85 conversion. Headers, injectors, heat exchanger, ice box setup. The car's basically going to be set up for the strip. Goal is just to run high 10s in it, and just get a small drag pack setup for the wheels. But besides that, I mean, not too many plans, but I just mainly got it for the reliability and the power.
So you want this car for racing?
Yeah, the car was originally, like I said, I bought it so I can go to the strip more. I had a BMW before this that just wasn't, really set up for that. So I just wanted to get more into drag racing and just being out with my friends and stuff like that, being able to keep up, I guess.
And you've had this car out to drag race already, right?
Yeah, I did have it out once already.
Kyle, can you tell us a little bit more about what's under the hood of your car?
Yep, so it's an LSA motor, GM 6.2 liter supercharged V8, 1.9 liter blower on it, and like I said, it just has an air ride intake hooked up with it. It pushes out, I think, 560-ish crank, so a little under 500 wheel if I had to take a wild guess what the car would baseline at on a dyno, which is, obviously very good for as heavy it is and being a sedan. So.
And what are your changes that you want to make under the hood?
I'm going to do a 2.4 grip tech pulley setup, 1050 IG injectors, headers, full flex fuel system, and just a few other things just to get it. Goal's a little over 600 to 650 wheel on the car.
And tell us what's special about the interior of this car.
So there's just two different options for the V2s. You either can get the non-Recaro seats or you can get the Recaro seat package. I did get the Recaro seat package with the pano sunroof inside. I'm just a sucker for Recaro seats, so I just wanted it for a few reasons: comfortability and resale value. So, but yeah, that's about it for the interior. Other than that, there's nothing really done to it.
So is this your everyday vehicle for right now?
For right now, yes, but just for the summertime, it's going to be a daily, and it's been a very fun, reliable daily so far.
Hi, my name is Taj, and I want to tell you about my car. My car is a 2018 Dodge Scat Pack 392, and the story behind my car is my grandfather was a true Mopar guy, and the car is in tribute to him. His color was plum crazy. For me, it was the only color that I wanted to do. Under the hood, we have the AFE Power carbon fiber intake manifold with the dry element. Right here you can see the custom billet technology radiator cap, strut tower covers, throttle body cover, oil cap cover, intake baffle, the oil catch can, and the fuse box cover. The hood prop is done by Grocery Getter Racing. You can find them on Instagram @_Grocery Getter Racing. The theme behind it is a crazy plum that I came up with. Billet Technology actually designed that for me. The future mods I have planned for my car will be Pro Charger, forged internals, custom cat skin interior, and I also plan to do a 3-piece step forge billet machine wheel. I've been thinking about doing a wrap, but I'm not quite sure yet. I'm Taj, and that's the story of my car.
Car guys love a fast car. I'm Sam Grundy. At Grundy Insurance, we'll get your quote done super fast. It's quick, easy, and it'll save you money. With Grundy, you get agreed value, 0 deductible, unlimited mileage, and no depreciation. Call us now or visit us at Grundy.com. You'll be amazed at how fast we can get you rolling. Call us today. At Grundy, we get it.
Coming up on Wheels America, our Carfax quiz tests your knowledge of the best-selling vehicles of all time. And we'll get a look at a very special Infiniti FX50S, also known as the Beast, when Wheels America returns.
These are some beautiful cars. Hi, I'm Jim Grundy. We love classic cars as much as you do. That's why we tailor your policy for the way you drive. A Grundy policy covers you for 100% of the agreed value, unlimited mileage, 0 deductible, and no depreciation. Call us now or visit us at Grundy.com and we'll quickly show you how much you can save. At Grundy, we get it. Call us today.
You're watching Wheels America.
I'm Mason, and I want to tell you about my car. It's a 2013 Infiniti FX50S, factory 400 horsepower, but I've done a couple things to make it a little bit more. I have dual cold air intakes and a catback Borla exhaust with resonator delete, all factory fit, which increases this car to about 430 horsepower. Lights, I got factory bi-xenon lights that turn when you turn the wheels. The left turns, the right turns only when you turn right, and it makes night driving a breeze. I've increased the LED parking lights and aftermarket LED fog lamps, which give this thing a bright presence on the road. Moving on to my wheels, 21-inch factory Inky wheels. These are the same factory wheel, but I had them custom powder-coated black. I got the factory size on the tire, but an all-season, because you got to have something you can drive all year round, but you don't want to sacrifice performance, so why not have a 365-day-a-year sports car with this crossover? So behind these 21-inch beasts, I have 4-piston factory Infiniti calipers painted on Brembo style rotors, black center, black vents, high performance Akibono ceramic pads. These are all the way around 265, 45, 21-inch meets. With the rear steering on the S model, this thing handles like a beast. So let's talk about the interior. Brake assist, so if I'm not stopping, the car's slowing down for me. It knows when I'm out of a lane, when a car's slowing down, slows down for me, speeds up for me to my designated speed. It's got push button start, and the performance features are right into the console here. They switch left to manual sport mode. The handling, paddle shifters, it's a lot of fun to drive. What's your favorite feature, Bryce?
My favorite features are when it's nighttime, the lights move like where you're turning, and I like the retractable seat belts.
I'm Mason.
And I'm Bryce.
And that's the story of our car.
Here's a Carfax quiz that'll really get you thinking. Have you noticed how many different types of vehicles are on the road today? There's sedans, pickup trucks, vans, SUVs, crossovers, and more. And you know what? They just keep on coming. Records show there are more than 1 billion vehicles worldwide. In the United States alone, over 255 million registered vehicles traveled our roads in 2018. So with all these wheels on the road, do you know what vehicles are the best sellers of all time? We'll help you out by listing the top 4, but you'll have to put them in the right order. Here you go. Is it the Ford F-Series truck, the Volkswagen Golf, the Toyota Corolla, or the Volkswagen Beetle? Get your list together, and we'll check them out when Wheels America comes roaring back.
Grundy Insurance is a family-owned business. Frequently, you'll find me with my brother and dad working on one of our cars. We understand the importance of protecting what you love. Hi, I'm Josh Grundy. My family has been insuring collector cars since 1947. We invented agreed value coverage. Get the best coverage for the least amount of money. Agreed value, unlimited mileage, at a rate you won't believe. At Grundy, we get it. Call us now or visit us online at grundy.com.
Okay, let's see if you have the top 4 selling vehicles of all time in the right order. Coming in at number 4 is the Volkswagen Beetle, with 23.5 million cars sold. Number 3 is another Volkswagen, the Golf, with 27.5 million sold. Number 2 is the Ford F-Series truck, with 35 million sales. Which leads us to the number 1 best-selling vehicle of all time, the Toyota Corolla, with 37.5 million vehicles sold since it first hit the road in 1966. These 4 models total more than 123 million vehicle sales. That's a lot of wheels, America. And that's a Wheels America car fact.
Hey everybody, I'm Dylan. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my car. So right here I've got a 2016 Mustang GT base interior performance package. So it's got the 6-piston Brembo brakes, 373 gears. So I've done a little customization to it. I've got the Shelby GT350 intake manifold under the hood. I've got the Corsa Extreme full cat back running back to the exhaust system. I've also got the N-Gauge with the Lund tune. It's making about 425 to the wheels. So it feels like plenty of power every day. Also, the person who I bought this from owned a detail shop, so he did a 3-stage paint correction on it. He did a ceramic coating and also XPEL film going around the entire car. So it's got that mirror finish, making it look really good and always shining year-round. Another great thing that I have on my car, I think it makes the wheels look really good, is he put 1-inch spacers on the front and the rear to push the wheels a little bit out, make it look flush with the wheel wells, so that way it gives you that nice sport look when you're riding down the street. Also, we have some H&R lowering springs on there, lowered it about 1 inch, inch and a quarter in the front and the rear to make it look really low to the ground, give you better performance, and handling is a lot better as well. I'm Dylan, and that's the story of my car.
I'm Ira, and I want to tell you about my truck. This is a 1956 Chevy 3100 short bed. I've had the truck for about 20 years. I bought it from a guy that restored it out of Southern California. So it was original California truck built at the Oakland plant. It's no longer in business. The powertrain is an inline 6 235 original powertrain with a 3-speed manual with a gear shift on the column. The engine, the 235 inline 6, is about 90 horsepower. On the exterior, since I bought the truck in 1999, I polished out the paint, but it was already painted with this blue color, which is a 91 Geo Metro color. And I also changed out the tires and the exterior mirrors. The bed cover has a hard fiberglass cover on it with hydraulic helpers there. And the bed has been changed out to a mahogany wood, highly polished. The interior is all stock, except I did put in an AM/FM radio. It has gray cloth and vinyl seat covers. Everything else is 100% stock from 1956. I'm Ira, and that's the story of my 1956 Chevy truck.
We're here with Jim in his very special 1966 Oldsmobile Toronado. Historical vehicle, right, Jim? Tell us some of the background on this vehicle.
Well, it was developed in 1966, and it had a front-wheel drive. It was the first American car of the decade that had front-wheel drive. It has a V8 engine, and It's a luxury car. It was a very expensive car. It was like priced with the Cadillac, $4,200 bucks. But it had unique design. People liked it or you didn't. The Eyes on Design said that this is one of the top 10 design cars for the century.
And what is it that's so unique about the design?
Well, if you look at it, it has a very sharp front end, has a big bulging wheel wells on the side, so it looks massive, and has a sloping and chopped off rear end, just like a sports car.
What can you tell us about the interior, Jim?
Well, the interior looks like leather, but it's actually vinyl, and it's really hot in the summertime. But it's a straddle bucket seat, and it's very nice. It's a flat floor. You can sit at least 6 people easily. And when my grandkids get in the back, I can get 9 in there.
How's the ride?
Very nice, smooth. Except about 110, then you get it gets very shaky.
What's your favorite thing about this car, Jim?
Well, it brings back memories when I was a young teenager when the car first came out, and I really enjoyed it. So then as I grew older, of course, and then I finally was able to afford it. Of course, now I'm retired, so I can afford to drive it around. So it's like brings back the memories of 1960s.
Tell us how you found it.
Well, I first became a member of the Oldsmobile Club of America, and they have a want-ad sheet in their magazine, and I bought it from a member. It's a little old lady from Iowa, matter of fact. She kept it for the first 20 years, or 30 years, and I kept it for the next 20 years. So,
and you talked about your grandchildren. Are you planning to pass it down to one of them eventually?
Yes, we do. Yeah, we already got all selected who's going to get it. My son will get it, and his grandson will get it. After.
So it's staying in the family.
That is the plan. That is the plan.
Here we go. Watching Wheels America.
But I cut her off, so do it again.
Driving collector cars is a thrilling experience. Hi, I'm Jim Grundy. We have a passion for collector cars just like you do, so protect your cherished investment the right way. At Grundy, you get agreed value coverage, 0 deductible, and unlimited mileage. Call us now or visit us at Grundy.com and we'll show you how much you can save. At Grundy, we get it. Call us today.
Coming up on Wheels America, we take a close look at the old and the new with a 1966 Dodge Dart and a 2007 Shelby GT500 when Wheels America comes roaring back.
You're watching Wheels America.
We're here at the M1 Concourse here with Arnold and Linda. Very special Dodge Dart here for both of you. I know you said that it's currently stock. What makes this car special is the story behind us. Can you guys tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. My mother purchased me the car in 1969 and we got married in it several years later. And we used to street race it. It's had different configurations of motors in it through the years. Right now it's to basically stock right now.
So tell us what's under the hood.
It's a 273 V8 right now. That's what originally came in the vehicle. But the car, like I said, through the years it had a lot of different 340s in it. A lot of different configuration for street racing, having fun with.
How fast does she go?
Back in the day, it would run about 1220 at about 112 miles an hour.
And Linda, you were saying that there were some changes made to the vehicle's interior. Tell us a little bit about that.
We just had a more cushiony interior put in, seeing as we're a lot older now. The seats and stuff to make it more comfortable, where they kind of lean back and we're old now. We don't like the stock seats.
You like cruising better now?
Oh yeah.
So this is a really beautiful shade of red. Is this the original paint?
Yes, it's about 95% of all original paint on the car.
What other changes have you made to the car?
The wheels and tires aren't stock. The rear axle isn't stock in it. That's about currently where it sits right now. Other than that, it's pretty much all back to where it was originally.
So it sounds like this car's had a great life already, but you have big plans for future modifications, is that right?
Yes, it's going to go back to being a 340. The 340s work wonderful driving around on the street. They're fast, they're efficient, and it's just hard to beat. It's a good motor. So other than that, it'll have a set of headers on it. Right now it doesn't. And possibly a gear change. That'll be the future for the vehicle.
We know everybody loves cars, but a red Shelby Mustang, it doesn't get much better than that. Let's talk to Jared and see what else we can learn about this car. I'm here with Jared and his 2007 Shelby GT500. Jared, what attracted you to this car?
Well, it just has Shelby's name attached to it. He's such a legend for the racing community that he kind of jumped around with Ford and Dodge a little bit like that. Helped with Le Mans back in the 60s. Came back, and this is the first time in 07 when he teamed up with Ford again. So it's a poster car. Everyone knows it. Everyone wants it.
This is a great muscle car. What do you have under the hood?
Well, right now from factory, it's a 5.4 liter supercharged motor. I currently have a 10% oversized crank pulley on it, a 2.4 supercharger pulley on it. It still needs to get tuned, but I do have an intake, injectors, fuel pumps for it, you know, just kind of like a nice power bundle just to get like a nice head start before I work on suspension at that point.
Okay, what kind of mods are you planning on making to this car?
Well, after I get the motor tuned, the clutch is probably going to go. So that would probably be the next thing. And then once that's done, I was probably going to just go through the whole entire rear suspension, do a different suspension setup, wheel and tire setup to kind of really make it hook on the street, to actually put the power to the ground, because that is kind of a big problem with Mustangs.
Loving the paint scheme here. What can you tell me about this?
Well, this is actually the most common combo, a red with white stripes. The white stripes, I think, really just make it stand out. It makes it, you know, everyone sees a red Mustang, they're like, okay, but then when they see like this racing stripes on it, that adds a whole different character to it.
So you mentioned there's a 5.4 liter engine under the hood. What does that equate to in horsepower?
Well, at the crank when factory, it makes 500, hence GT500. To the wheels, it's probably around like 440 or something like that. After it gets tuned, to the wheels I should be seeing anywhere from 530 to 550 to the wheels, so closer to 600 at the crank. The supercharger really makes the torque curve very nice and flat, so you feel the power all the way through the power band. Then maybe down the line I'll swap with the blower out, put something else on, that sort of thing, make even more power, but that's a ways away at that point.
So you have a real need for speed then?
Oh yeah, of course. Everything's V8s, go fast, that sort of thing, so, you know, this alone already stands out, but to really make it stand out, you need that extra power.
What can you tell me about the interior?
Well, the interior is stock. I haven't really done anything to it. There's a few differences between the normal Mustang and a Shelby GT500. It is stamped on the seats with the Shelby Cobra on it. But besides that, I'm not really probably going to mess with it at all. So I'm just going to put more money towards the power and the suspension and stuff like that.
Automotive companies are generally divided into different vehicle divisions, giving the public choices in models, price, trim levels, and of course, luxury. In the U.S., General Motors divisions include Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and the ever-luxurious Cadillac. But do you know how Cadillac got its start and its name? You might be surprised to find that Cadillac's roots are connected to Henry Ford, the mass production giant who founded the Ford Motor Company. In 1901, it wasn't called Cadillac, but rather the Henry Ford Company. When it became apparent Henry and his investors didn't quite see eye to eye, Henry left the company in 1902. That's when the investors brought in engineer, machinist, and inventor Henry Leland to sell off the plant and the equipment. But Henry saw opportunity and convinced the investors to stick it out. The rest is luxury and automotive history. The company was named Cadillac as a tribute to the man who founded Detroit, Antoine Delamoth Cadillac. And that leads us to our Car Fact quiz. The crest found on every Cadillac is their brand symbol. But do you know where it originated? Was the Cadillac crest created by Henry Ford? Designed by Henry Leland? Based on Antoine Cadillac's coat of arms? Or designed by an anonymous artist? We'll have the answer when Wheels America returns.
Car guys love a fast car. I'm Sam Grundy. At Grundy Insurance, we'll get your quote done super fast. It's quick, easy, and it'll save you money. With Grundy, you get agreed value, 0 deductible, unlimited mileage, and no depreciation. Call us now or visit us at Grundy.com. You'll be amazed at how fast we can get you rolling. Call us today. At Grundy, we get it.
So where did the Cadillac crest originate? If you said C, you're correct. The crest is based on Antoine Cadillac's coat of arms. It was Henry Leland's tribute to Cadillac and to the city that would become the motor capital of the world. The design featured duck-like birds called merlets. They were grouped in threes. The crest has been redesigned more than 30 times over the past 100 years to reflect changing times. And by the way, today the Cadillac crest is without merlets. So I guess you could say it's merletless. And that's a Wheels America car fact.
Hi, I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Paul, and we want to tell you about our car.
So what we have here is a 1968 Hemi GTX. I got this car for Paul for his 50th birthday.
This car is a 426 Hemi, 425 horsepower. It's a 10.5 to 1 compression street Hemi with the 727 Hemi automatic transmission and a 411 rear end in it. It's got some real get up and go. So we went to look at the car, and then the car looked beautiful when we saw it, but I was concerned about it, that it was going to be as good underneath as it was up top. So I went to lay on the garage floor to slide underneath the car, and the guy said, "You don't have to look underneath that car. The bottom of the car is better than the top of the car," and in fact it was.
Not having experienced the power behind a Hemi, we took the car for a test drive and we burned rubber right on the other side of the guy's garage.
So when we first got this car, what made it special to us was actually the color. When I was a kid, every car that I bought was what my dad called Bell Telephone Company green, which I couldn't stand the color. Every one I had, I sanded them down and painted them a different color. So I go to look at this car and I see the color on it, and it reminded me of being a kid so much. I said, "This is the most beautiful color I've ever seen." So it's staying that way. So the car has pretty much 100% stock original interior and in very excellent condition. The only thing that were added were voltage, oil pressure, water temperature, and a tachometer to it. And the car already had it from the factory, but back in the day, nobody trusted the factory gauges, so we had to put mechanical gauges in just to make sure we weren't blowing up our 426.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Paul.
And that's the story of our car.
You're watching Wheels America.
You're watching Wheels America.
Wheels America is sponsored by Grundy Insurance.
Send us information about your car show. You might be on Wheels America, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.